What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So it's been a little bit since I did any of these house ranking videos, and I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 Prada fragrances. Now, it spans across 3 different lines, so it's not the most diverse Prada collection, but I have most of everything in these lines is basically how you can look at it. And we've got some good ones here, and you know, kind of their fabled stuff for men that you may be surprised at the order in which I rank them. Again, it's just my opinion. Just because you would rank them differently doesn't make either one of us right or wrong. So calm your ass down in the comments. I know how some people get when it's not like exactly what you think. You know what I mean? So this is how I feel about them and how I rank them. Stay tuned. So first one, something's got to take last, right? And it's the one that started this particular line. Prada Luna Rossa, the original. This is my 50 ml. No, I don't have the extreme. I know a lot of people will be surprised. I did have one opportunity about 1.5 years ago. It came back in stock from Fragrance Buy, and I didn't jump on it quick enough. It sold out really fast. But this, I've always looked at kind of a peppered bar of soap. Very clean, a little creamy, soft and powdery, soapy. More soapy than it is powdery. This is a great everyday wear, modern men's clean scent. Nobody does soap like Prada. Let's get that out the way now because it applies to so many fragrances in this particular video. While not a strong performer, this is around a 5 to 6 hour longevity fragrance on my skin with about an hour or so roughly of projection before it sits a bit closer, becomes more of a personal kind of thing. Great for office wear, great for daily wear, great for a signature scent. If you don't like loud fragrances and you want something clean and fresh that smells of pretty good quality, you might want to check out Prada Luna Rossa. Now, when I was gathering these, I ended up wearing this last night as my scent of the evening because I gathered all of these right after I got out the shower. Haven't worn it in a really long time. You just don't hear anybody speak of it. Prada Luna Rossa Eau Sport. Citron and that soapy lavender. It's bright citrus with the clean soapy lavender of this line. This is so freaking good. Now, this is a weaker performer. Oh, God, it smells so good though. It's literally citron and soap, bar soap. That may not sound really good. Super mega bright citrus, literally make my mouth water. And a bar of soap, but it just works. This is about a 3 to 4 hour fragrance in longevity, roughly. It's more about the experience. It's a great refresher. It's a great gym bag fragrance. It's great to run errands, super hot days, and you're out and about, and you want something light, airy, and fresh, and you're going to be outdoors. This is a great fragrance for that. This will really, that heat will really make this pump off of your skin. I don't even know if it's still in production. I have no idea, but it is, for what it is, actually quite freaking nice. This has function in everyone's fragrance wardrobe. Everybody should own something along these lines that's just this fresh. Not going to win any performance awards because it's so fresh. You can't have it both ways where you have super light and airy and crazy longevity and projection. The two don't go hand in hand, no matter how crazy your synthetics you're using are. This is a beautiful scent though. Prada Luna Rossa Eau Sport. Now, I haven't tried the newest version. I don't know if they changed it at all, but this is the old version of Prada Luna Rossa Sport. So basically, L'homme with a dominant woody accord is how I've always viewed this. It's a slightly heavier, smoother, better quality L'homme with a denser woody backbone. It has the lavender green feel. It's not real minty. It loses some of that. Get a little bit of that vanillic sweetness. Again, very similar overall. Definitely smells like Jean-Paul Gaultier, an evolution of Jean-Paul Gaultier's L'homme. Because I don't think it's a clone by any means, but whether intended or not, it seems like it took inspiration from that. And in many ways, a L'homme killer. Because if maybe, look, L'homme is a timeless classic from the 90s, and it's still being flankered to death today. But there's just something about how smooth and well-rounded this is comparatively, and it brings out a lot of the best parts of that scent profile. And again, it's more of an evolution with more of a, I guess, timeless backbone with being based around more of a woody kind of focus versus just so fresh and powdery and such. average to slightly above average performance, 6-7 hour type of fragrance. Another one, great everyday wear if you want. Like I said, you like them all, but it's just something a little different. This might be the one you're looking for. It's Prada Luna Rossa Sport. Very rich, warm, and smoky. The newest in the line, Prada Luna Rossa Ocean Le Parfum. Last year's release, because we are beginning of 2025 at the recording of this. It's literally January 7th, 8th. January 8th at the recording of this, 2025. This is some good stuff. It still has that vanilla returning and that smokiness from the EDP, but it's definitely a bit heavier, slightly earthier, stronger woody presence here. It's just an overall thicker, heavier, darker fragrance. A little bit of this peppered feel to it. It's definitely more of an evening cooler weather fragrance versus the previous two. Some people may be upset that it's ranked so low for their taste, but that's just where I'm at with it. I've only worn it twice. I haven't spent a ton of time with it. I do prefer its predecessors, Ocean EDT and EDP, a bit more. They're a little bit fresher, a little bit sweeter in different ways. The wife's a big fan of the EDT. That's literally her personal favorite, and you know, I kind of think it's ranked higher. You'll see. But definitely worth trying out. If you want to see how they're kind of evolving that Luna Rossa Ocean scent profile, this will show it to you. Nothing oceanic about it, nothing sailing seas, nothing about that with this particular profile. It's been argued with me about the EDT and the EDP in the past, and okay, sure, but this one definitely not. This is a much heavier, darker, still sweet, but heavier and darker take on the profile. It's Prada Luna Rossa Ocean Le Parfum, which in turn means next we have another ocean flanker I rank above the Le Parfum. This is Prada Luna Rossa Ocean Eau de Parfum, as you can see right there on the bottom. Sorry, it blends so well to see the name of the fragrance. And lighting is what it is. I cranked it up a little bit, but don't want to overwhelm it. But here, this one's kind of redundant to others that came out around the same time, your Invictus Victory Elixirs and such, kind of in the vein, minus the Rose 1 million Elixir. Like a lot of these elixir flankers from other brands kind of have a similar profile to this, where it's a thick, creamy vanilla. There's a bit of earthiness. It's quite smoky, you know, introduces this incense smokiness. This is really good. This is really good. If you like those, you'll like this. If you have those, they're redundant to this. You don't really need it. Just see which one you like the most. For me, it's Victory Elixir. I prefer it to this one slightly. Just the heavy patchouli in that one that you don't get here. But overall, that smoky vanilla smell, there was a slew of them that came out around this time. And Prada, I guess, wanted it now. Of course, now the natural lighting is going to crank up. Go figure. See how much better you can see the name now. Guess it worked in our favor, right? This is good stuff, though. This is a lot of people's favorite in the line. I totally see why. Again, if you like that smoky vanilla smell, you're going to like this one. It cranks back that caramel from the EDT. It's not near as fresh and bright. You don't get that soapy floral smell to it. It definitely evolved the scent profile, but it's damn good nonetheless. It's Prada Luna Rossa Ocean Eau de Parfum. Naturally, that brings me to mine and my wife's personal favorite of the ocean flankers, Prada Luna Rossa Ocean Eau de Toilette. Let me get that angle for that lighting, you know. This is so good. I sprayed this one on my hand last night. I forgot how good it's. I haven't worn it in a couple of years. It is going in the rotation this week. This week I'm going to wear it, probably for the weekend, because I got the next few days kind of lined out. I'm going to wear this weekend. I forgot how good this was. It's got this caramel sweet, fresh, soapy. It's iris, but it's not like... It's the iris they use in the Prada L'hommes, you know what I mean? Where it's a more soapy powder. Soapy mixed with powder, kind of floral. Nothing earthy here. Nothing super creamy. It does have this inherent freshness to it. It's a very bright, sweet fragrance. If you like sweet designers, this is a damn good one. Damn good. My favorite of the oceans. Just is. My wife's favorite. She literally told me this, oh, that smells beautiful, because I sprayed it on my hand last night. She said, let me smell that again. And she kept going back. She's like, why do you never wear this? This is amazing. You're right. It is amazing. Why don't I wear it more? Well, here's the little bit that's in the frame. I got too much shit. But it's a damn good fragrance. I would encourage, if you haven't tried this, The EDP, the EDT to the EDP to the Le Parfum is quite the evolution. They don't really tie together a whole lot. But for me, if you like caramel sweetness and soapy florals, odd combination, right? Really works. Check out Luna Rossa Ocean EDT. Now we're getting to the big dogs. Okay, this one's popular. For good reason. I've always related that opening to Play-Doh. It's ambery, it's powdery, it's sensual. It's one of the better date night fragrances to come out in the last decade plus. For men, Prada Luna Rossa Black. Man, is this a good one. I seldom wear it all that often. Another one Wife's a big fan of. So good. This gets a lot of love. This has gotten hype that has come and gone through the years at different times of the years. For good reason, it deserves it. This is an amazing fragrance. This is a great fragrance, 8+ hours in longevity, which is way more than enough to go to dinner, okay? Or go out for drinks and everything. If you're having nights that take longer than 8 hours, what? You know, think about that. If y'all are having dinner and then going out to a club, a bar, or whatever, let's say you have dinner at 7 and then your night ends at 2, that's 7 hours. That's a long ass night, right? This will last that and then some. The sillage is gorgeous. This is the keep her close type. It's unique. It doesn't smell like a bunch of other fragrances, at least not to me. It's that good for a reason. It's always gotten love. It deserves it. It's Prada Luna Rossa Black. Warm, spice, slightly vanillic, aromatic, clean bar of soap. One of the best soap fragrances ever. We've mentioned before, nobody does soap like Prada. Prada Amber Pour Homme. I seldom wear this one. Shame on me. There's not a whole lot missing from it. I mean, that goes for a lot of my bottles because I have too much shit. God, that's good. The way they do lavender and soap mixed with this myrrh resin. It's a little vanillic. It's very aromatic, a bit balsamic. Man, such a clean fragrance. Clean yet masculine. Professional. Daily wear. Smells like success. This fragrance smells like success. Average to slightly above average performance and longevity. It's not an in-your-face fragrance. It's just right. It's just right. Labdanum, myrrh, lavender, just all the right combination of things to make it just absolutely stunning. Prada Amber Pour Homme. And my final of the Prada Luna Rossas. Some people's favorite. Some people hate it. Prada Luna Rossa Carbon. Been a little while since I've worn it myself. Their version of Sauvage. The Ambroxan Bomb. But it's soapy Sauvage. Because again, nobody does soapy fragrances quite like Prada. The lavender they use here is the same kind of lavender they use in all these soapy fragrances. And it is so good. It's so much smoother, cleaner, less scratchy and in your face, less headache inducing, easy to go nose blind too. Oh, anosmia is real with this one. High level compliment getter though, just like Sauvage. This is good stuff. They have this soil tincture note that gives it this kind of dark, like coal kind of smell to it. It's kind of strange. It's got this mineral meets metallic feel. Again, with bar soap. Loads of ambroxan. It's not a bunch of spice and hefty citrus, but there's a little bit here. Great performance. Again, nose fatigue. You're going to go nose. Bro, they must have reformulated. I can't submit 30 minutes in it. No. Ever since the first batch. Nose fatigue. I'm telling you. Bro, I'm telling you, I had a bottle in the past and it was a month. Stop it. Nose fatigue. But bro, stop it. Nose fatigue. Anyways. I don't state opinion when I say these things. It's a factual thing, guys. This stuff, people will smell you. You might not smell you. But people will smell you. This stuff trails all day long. Office friendly, be easy on the sprays. Again, just because it wears out quick to you, everybody around you can smell you. I can tell you from personal experience when I used to work in an office setting when I first got this fragrance, which is where that juice level dropped from. I haven't really worn it much since I was in an office setting, but it doesn't change my love for it. I still think it's my personal favorite of the Prada Luna Rossas. It's Prada Luna Rossa Carbon. And these last four are the special of the special to me. I never feel like I'm dressed well enough to wear this one, so I've only worn it one time since I got it. I got it early last year. And it's beautiful. Oh my God. It came in the stock from Fragrance Buy. I had to grab it. It's special. Powdered patchouli. I've always described it that way. Prada Amber Pour Homme Intense. I got a big 100 ml bottle that I'll never finish. I'll never put a big enough dent in this bottle. But oh my. A little earthy and creamy. Powdery, ambery, warm. A little dose of citrus in the beginning. Oh, this is so good. Still has that myrrh. That's where your sweetness comes from. That's what helps that airiness. It's very aromatic. Elegant, classy stuff. The black is fitting for this one versus its I guess little brother. What a 1-2 combo here. Daily wear, special events, evenings out. Daily wear, special events, evening out. I believe both are discontinued now. I don't remember. Don't quote me on it. I believe they are. It's a shame if so. Glad to have them. I don't wear them enough. But if you ever have a special event and you want something just class, elegant, professional at the same time, assertive, dominant but not overwhelming, noteworthy, Prada Amber Pour Homme Intense. Now let's get to the hype, shall we? I've got 2 bottles. I may have to give a bottle away one day. You never know, or sell a bottle. I typically don't sell them. I usually give away to members and stuff like that. And I'm not saying I am anytime soon, but maybe one day. Because I'll probably never go through it. But for the cooler weather, leather, patchouli, soapy iris, lavender, Prada L'homme Intense is a superstar stud. Oh my God, amazing. This is one of the greatest of all time. And we got overexposure. Slow down. Sun's wanting to come up real bright right now. It is what it is. We're just going to deal with it. Every single bit of hype this fragrance has ever got is warranted. It's so freaking good. If you have never smelled this, oh man, I'm sorry to hear that. It's been popping up more and more. For the longest, I heard it was discontinued, and I see it all the time in stock in different places. Maybe it's not. I don't know. But if you can find it under $100, this is a great fragrance. Powdery, soapy, soft leather, damp, moist kind of smell from the way the patchouli comes across. Adds a little bit of creamy and earthiness to it. This is gorgeous. High compliment factor kind of stuff too. This is a stud. This is a stud in this black bottle. So good. Prada L'homme Intense. With that comes the base DNA of fragrance that started my love for iris, even though it's not natural iris, but it's a great one to start with. And if you like this, it opens the floodgates to explore more. Prada L'homme. One of the most hyped fragrances of all time in the online fragrance community. Another one, Justified. Now, I don't have water splash. I have a decant. Shout out to Randy Fragrance Duty. It hooked me up with that, so I was able to try it. Very similar to L'homme Low. And I never got to try Prada L'homme Absolute. I dicked around when I had many opportunities from FragranceNet years ago, and I waited too long. It got discontinued, and it's kind of fell off the planet to find a bottle for a decent price. I mean, even remotely close to a decent price. So I don't know if I'll ever have the Absolute, but as long as you got the original, you're in good shape. This is, I think, underappreciated for its level of performance. This is like strong stuff. You can spray too much of this. It does last 8 to 10 hours. And it pops hard off the skin for a solid 2 hours. This is actually really strong. Maybe it's just me, and I don't go super nose blind to it, and it works well with my skin chemistry. Maybe it's me. But this stuff is not a beast, but it's very strong. Across the board. Sillage, projection, longevity, I get a lot of all of it. This is definitely amazing stuff. Soapy, powdery, lavender iris combo. Once again, cardamom, black pepper. Give it this nice pop of spice. Add to the brightness of this fragrance. It's warm, but not over the top ambery. What a great base DNA. What a great standalone fragrance. Modern metrosexual, men that like florals and mixed in soapy clean. This is a combination of both, kind of a hybrid of styles. Perfection. Absolute perfection. And it's not my number one. It's number 2. Prada L'homme. So I'm talking about Prada L'homme being perfection and it's number 2. What's number 1? It's Fresher Brother that I have the biggest bottle of. 5.1 ounce. Prada L'homme Low. With the baby blue backdrop. So what's different about this one? Why do I like this one more? Let's add ginger. and a bright, crisp ginger, not just some super warm, spicy ginger. Bright, crisp adds the right amount of spice to that soapy, fresh DNA. Take some of the pepper away. We freshen it up without losing a lot of base. We turn up the treble without losing much base because it's still an 8-hour fragrance on my skin. It still pops off of my skin for 2 hours strong. I don't know about you, but for me, this stuff's stout. I had somebody with a couple of days ago, oddly enough, mention needing to layer these two together. I bought this to layer with this, sorry. I bought this to layer with this because neither are strong enough. Man, what you, dog, all right. The neighbors a block down the road don't need to smell you. The neighbors next door being able to smell you is good enough. Shut it down, dude. You got a heavy spray and layer them together to get the kind of performance you want. Ear, nose, and throat specialists. I was going to say flip through the yellow pages. It's not a thing anymore. Pull out your smartphone. Search. Get them checked out, man. Your receptors in your nose, they fucking screwing you over, dude. I'm telling you. Because this, as a standalone, I'm not knocking anybody who wants to layer. Layer. Do your thing. You want to layer them together, do it. But to increase performance because it's not strong enough and you heavy spray, I laughed out loud when I read that. That's wild to me. But as a standalone, this is my favorite Prada fragrance. And it's not even close. And I only wear it in the summer a few times a year. And I have a huge bottle that I'll probably never finish because I got it for like $70. One of the few times I ever ordered from Fragrance X, like 5 years ago. It was a good price, a big bottle. So what the hell? It was right after I had smelled Prada L'homme. I had just got Prada L'homme and I was like, ooh, I need the other ones. It's so good. Ginger, iris, lavender. And not the kind of ginger you might think. It doesn't over the top freshen it up, but it does freshen it up. Again, it turns up the treble without losing a lot of bass. You don't lose a lot of low end. Your performance is still there. Maybe not quite as strong. Not quite as strong, but still above average performance across the board for me. I hope that's the same for you. If you ever get an opportunity to smell this and you don't have it, I hope you do. Because if you have similar taste to me, it might end up being your favorite Prada fragrance. One of my favorite iris, fresh iris, top 5 all time, top 3 all time, really. Business Over Pleasure, this, and Dior Homme Eau, top 3 fresher iris fragrances of all time. Yeah, I said it, Business Over Pleasure, because guess what I took inspiration from when I wanted Claude to create Business Over Pleasure? Dior Homme Eau and Prada L'homme. Hope you guys enjoyed that last segment. It's all fun. If you get your feelings hurt when I'm joking around, I don't know what to tell you. Stop taking life so seriously. Have a little fun. Have a sense of humor. This is how I rank them. Not everybody's going to agree, and that's okay. Everybody's got different tastes. This is just per my taste with what I have, the way I rank them. Not a bad fragrance among them. Even down to the original Luna Rossa being ranked the lowest. Super happy to have it. I respect this fragrance. It smells great. If you're looking for a clean soap everyday wear, I recommend it to you, just like I would to anybody else. Being ranked last doesn't mean it's bad. It just means I like the others more. Because Prada's a house full of incredible fragrances, especially if you like soapy fragrances. Because, say it with me now, nobody does soapy fragrances quite like Prada. So thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe before you leave. I'll try to have as much as I can linked below if you're interested in checking any of them out. See you guys in the next one.